Welcome to our 65th segment of Student of the Week. Joining me today is Zohaa Wasim from DP2, and she's here because she's balanced. Now, what makes you balanced?
So I think being balanced is not only about surviving, but thriving what you do along the journey of life. And juggling academics, sports, extracurriculars, and emotional and physical well-being. And that's what I do, and that's what makes me balanced.
Okay, all right. Now, I hear you have some questions for me.
Yeah.
Okay, what is your first question?
My first question is, how do you think we can promote a culture where academic excellence regarded, valued as equally as emotional well-being, and we have a balanced community?
I think it's that is going to be something that is going to be organically come about. And let me go ahead and tell you why. When I was growing up, we didn't have the well-being aspect of it, but well-being is slowly but surely is coming to the attention of pretty much every type of industry. Yeah. In education, we first see it with our children, and we always are talking about we need to go ahead and talk about the well-being and the being balanced with the children. But also now we're talking about, okay, so how do we look at this for our own staff? And so slowly but surely, that's just going to be a norm. Yeah. It is important for us to draw attention to it. And we do here at our school. When we talk to our parents, we talk about the balance that they have to have. Yes, absolutely, you have to have the academic side. But at the same time, you have to give them breaks. And this is the big thing that I see. And I just had a discussion with a couple of colleagues not so long ago about the difference between the international setting of my 11th and 12th grade, which is the DP1 and DP2 students, versus the US 11th and 12th grade. And the 11th and 12th grade in the US, the students are very relaxed in terms of that they know what they want to go ahead and do. So the academic stress is not so much that it sometimes hurts the students emotionally. Yeah?
Yeah.
Second question.
So my second question is, what were the biggest cultural shifts that you faced while moving to Pakistan? And how did you find a balanced ground between your background and the background here in Pakistan?
Good question. Well, to answer the first part, I really didn't feel that I had to go ahead and do a lot of adjustments. And let me go ahead and tell you why. I think it's because of my mindset, the mindset that I was coming in with, which is a very open-minded mindset. Mm-hmm. I don't pay attention to geopolitics around the world because they paint certain pictures. So they paint this country versus this country and this country versus this country. At the end of the day, we're all people, we're all human beings, and we all are able to put aside differences when we see each other as equals. And so that is my very first thing that when I come to any particular country, any region in the world, is that I come in with that open-minded aspect of it. And so I found, which is no surprise to me, that people here are just the same as people anywhere that I've been. They're friendly. They're very accommodating to foreigners. They're genuinely interested in what you have to go ahead and say and to bring into their culture, and vice versa. Because I am, as you can go ahead and see, open to any particular cultural aspects that they have. You don't come into a country and without having a set of how you're going to yes. So yeah, this is it.
Okay. So talking about cultural shifts, what do you think students a student like us moving abroad for studies, what kind of cultural shifts would they face, and what would you advise or suggest when they move abroad and they face or experience that environment over there?
That's
A balanced path.
yes. No, that is very, very good, because a lot of times, and I face this with a lot of my different students that go abroad. Their view of the world, for the most part, is very naive. And so to prepare for them, there is really no preparation. But they have to have that open-minded aspect of it. That's number one. Especially if you're moving from an Eastern type of philosophy over to the West. Because it's going to be very open, it's going to be very shocking about some of the things that they say, the customs that they do, the personal space that they share a lot of times, which is funny because that varies from country to country. So having these things in mind is very important for the students. The one thing is, never take anything personal. I would always say, ground yourself with your values. Ground yourself with the culture that you have, because these are the things that got you where you are. You don't forget them just because you're going to another place. It's very important for you to keep yourself grounded, to keep an open mind, and not take anything that you see personal. And the last thing is, you have to be reflective.
Yeah.
You have to reflect on what happened during that particular day. What can you do different the next day? How can you approach it different? So all these attributes that hopefully you have learned going through the IB system is going to serve you well moving forward. Okay?
Yeah.
Thank
you.
So that's all the time that we have for today. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, until next time. Bye.